Woo! Pretty good.
Gucci gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spend all my rent on a new chain.
Instead of new Beyblades, that's wild.
Oh,
Chain, guys. See right here. Boom.
There
Boom,
we
my
go.
new chain.
Now we
He
are
was actually
back.
serious.
Yep. So everyone's good, great, grand, and wonderful. So, kind of to start it off, we actually have another second place winner on the Spin Zone podcast. Chad was able to take a second place win this past weekend in a team tournament. So,
Absolutely, but shout outs, major shout outs have to go to both to Robin and Oliver, who were the ones who absolutely clutched it down during the tournament. Especially the worn down Meteor Dragoon combo on Elevate did absolutely amazing.
fantastic. I love that for you. And, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of tournaments, we have an organizer of a big up and coming tournament in Chicago in July. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Greg. What's going on? How are you? How are things?
hello,
Woo!
hello. Thanks for having me.
Oh, the pleasure is all ours. So go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself and we can kind of get this ball rolling.
Yeah, my name's you'll see it as Gregensen online. You can just call me Greg. It's not actually my name, fun fact, but we'll keep that hush hush. I I've been organizing Beyblade for man, I think since like September of 24 now. Yeah, September of 24. I've been on the WBO forums since like 2011, and I'm hosting Beyblade Midwest 2026 this July. So we can talk about that a little bit more later. I'm also a WBO staff member, but who cares about that?
Actually, a lot of
Some
people,
people care.
yeah, a lot of people do, and I know I care. I think that's kind of cool. But Chad,
Yeah.
you know what also is kind of cool?
I think I know where you're headed, Cake. What would be really cool is if our listeners visit one of our two sponsors, starting off with our main sponsor, BasinBricks.com, using code SPINZONE to get 7% off your order. That's SPINZONE for 7% off your order. Or visit our newer sponsor, Mall of Toys, to get 5% off your order using code SPINZONE podcast. Once again, that's SPINZONE for 7% at Mall of Bays and Bricks and 5% at Mall of Toys.
Absolutely, and appreciate everyone that has already used Bays and Bricks discount code and also Mala Toys. Much love and appreciation for all of you guys. Now, the time has come to talk about Greg and all of his cool things that are coming up. I know I'm very excited.
Woo!
I plan on coming to Chicago for the full weekend along of a lot of the other Minnesota people. What?
You forgot something.
Oh,
This would normally be the time because we just got done talking about our sponsors. We would ask Greg if he had any sponsors or any discount codes he wanted to shout out.
Okay. Yeah. So, Greg, go ahead and spit your little discounts.
I don't have any discount codes. I'll look. You guys can take all the fun stuff. I'm just a guy who loves Beyblade, and I want to help the community. I use community discount codes all the time, so I always love having another one in my back pocket.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, though. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So, uh, anyway, tell everyone kind of what your background is when it comes to Beyblades.
Sorry, I missed that. I think
Oh,
Discord died on me for a second.
okay, cool. I love when technology really wants to work for everybody, especially Discord. So let's run that back. So let's go ahead and tell people, if you don't mind, about your background of Beyblades.
Yeah, so I actually was introduced to the series back during Plastics.
Oh,
Had a Bump King. Oh man, I have a Griffin
ooh.
somewhere. I don't know where it is right now. Uh, like that's the only plastic that I have left. I think I had like some of the like fun little light up ones that Hasbro did. Oh man, those things were crazy. But
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't. But I got really into the series during Metal Fight. I was in like middle school at the time. That's when I found the WBO forums. That's when I was like watching all the YouTube videos that came out back then. I was watching Illinook back when he was making the videos and he had the mask on and everything. Nobody knew what he looked like because he was like 11. I think he's like a year younger than me or something.
Oh, interesting.
But like, yeah, it's yeah. So like, so I've been like in Beyblade for a minute. I kind of dipped out like during burst and everything. I never went to turn back when
Fair.
Metal Fight was like yeah, like I dipped out during burst. I came back in literally right during the X launch in from Hasbro, like a month before. I was like, what's happening with Beyblade? And then it just kind of snowballed where I've been playing. I started hosting events. I'm in the Indianapolis area. I've been hosting twice a month pretty much for like the past year and a half. And then last year I also hosted Beyblade Midwest 2025 for the Midwest Beyblade Club.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
That
Woohoo!
was
That shirt's fire looking.
yeah.
It's clean.
It's thank you. Yeah, yeah. I got this logo done by the logo for last year done by some guy off Fiverr actually.
Hey,
Hey,
that works.
I came up with the concept with another community member. Oh man, I'm missing their name. I think it was Surf. Um, yeah, they helped me like come up with it, and then I took it to somebody else just because some things happened, but it doesn't matter. And
yeah,
it was a
dude.
great event. We had 109 people for our X ranked bracket. We had like 60 for our X Limited and our team battle, and we had like almost I think it was like 28 or something for Metal Fight Limited. It was a great weekend. Shout out to all the people who helped judge, especially the Chicago crew that came in and helped. They were great. Honestly, I couldn't have done it without them. Uh, but yeah, now I'm doing it all again this year and hoping to make it bigger and better.
Yeah, because that's at the end of the day, that's really what you want to do for a convention. Is you don't want to backtrack. You want to make it bigger, better, more explosive, and everything else. So I'm really hoping for it because I do plan on going, kind of checking it out, seeing what's all about. Because I did miss it last year, but it should be
Yeah,
a really fun
yeah,
weekend.
I met up with some guys from your area. We had a Kuna and Wayward. Wayward also hooked me up with some of the stadium stands we use. So like shout out to him.
Yeah,
Woo!
there's always going to be
Wayward.
always going to be a shout out on the Spin Zone podcast for Wayward. He does so much. And we'll kind of get more into
Absolutely.
his spin stands a little bit later as well.
Yeah, like I've like Beyblade's been a part of almost my entire life at this point. And and yeah. Oh yeah, and like a year and a half ago is when I joined the WBO staff team as well.
Interesting.
I'm yeah, uh, I'm part of what we called like the platform team. So I work on the website. I've been working on a whole bunch of new stuff. We
Ooh.
teased custom leaderboards a couple months ago, or our new leaderboard site that I've been working on. We're hoping to get that launched by like sometime during the summer. I'm working super hard on that, but it's been great. Yeah.
Nice. So how did you just randomly apply one day online and or how
No, so I was so honestly, uh, I just kind of like looked at everything one day and I was kind of like, what if I could make this better? Because and 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 I did this because I was like, there's some things about challenge that I didn't particularly like, and I'm like, there's some things
Oh
with like how
boy.
everything's set up currently, and yeah, like, and I was just like, what if I can make this better? And so I started working on my own like Beyblade tournament platform, and the idea was crazy, um, horrible idea, and one of the staff members like reached out to me, and and then it just kind of like got rolling from there. So yeah, I don't think there's been any like public staff applications before. Yeah, it was just kind of like weird, like right place, right time kind of thing.
Hey, good for you
Yeah,
though.
I mean that's totally fair. Sometimes things just happen the way they're supposed to. It's just kind of the
Yeah,
way the world works.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
So
and it's honestly been super fulfilling to help like work on stuff because like I've also helped with like our judge test program that we launched and like some of the
Oh,
ruling stuff and all the other things. So it's honestly been a great time.
So I know you mentioned some of this new functionality that you've teased, and I probably know a few things, maybe more than I should, about what WBO plans to do going forward. Is there any ETAs for when some of these new features will be launched, or is that not something you guys can share yet?
We're aiming for summer. We said that in our last announcement post when we like teased all this stuff. Uh, yeah, it's yeah, gotta like get some bugs ironed out, add a few more things, but
always.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Are there any, so we haven't really touched on this much since we had Acuna on. I know you're familiar with Acuna. Um, is Masters format also set for kind of sometime during the summer, or are we going to see that even sooner, possibly?
Yeah, I'd say probably summer. I'm not like super in depth like on like when we're on when all that stuff's coming out, but I think we said summer, so I'm gonna stick to that.
That's totally fair. I know a lot of people are excited about Masters. I think a lot of people really enjoy the idea that there'll be one unified standard rule set. Rather, ranked is great, but
hmm
we have to acknowledge that some people are playing to 4, some are playing to 5, some of the top cuts are best of 3, some are to 7, some people are
Yeah.
using out of bounds, some people aren't, own KO, not own KO.
Mm.
Whereas Masters will just unify all that into one singular rule set, and you'll know that you're being compared directly with all the rest of the players across the world who are utilizing it. It's really cool concept. I really
Exactly.
like it.
Yeah, yeah, it was really interesting like the way it like was brought up. I don't remember like exactly how it started internally, but some it was like kind of along the lines of like, the rule set, like we like our base rule book. So if you like take a look at the WBO rules, like you have like the base rules, we have like the first to 4, 5, 7 stuff, but like, what if we just like selected one that we liked for everything that would, and in that case we announced first to 4 or best of 3, um, first to 4, um, and uh, what was it? Locked list for finals mandatory. That was the
hmm
other. That was the one optional rule we put in because we thought, because if you take a look at some of the B4 events, uh, when for like G2s and higher, so that's like, so it's G1, yeah, it's Grand Prix, G1, G2, G3 is like some of the more local stuff. Um, you'll see players have to submit their deck when they reach top cut. So, and like literally TT will just hold on to the deck the entire top cut for those players. So it's
Oh,
kind of
that's
like a pseudo locked list in that way because you present the bays that you're going to use.
That's kind of
Yeah,
smart though.
yeah, I like
yeah,
that. I think I'm going to use that now. That's really smart.
it's actually something I've been thinking about where it's like so like the launchers you're going to use, launcher grip,
Oh, everything.
and any bays. Yeah, it's literally everything. Like if I remember correctly, uh
Oh.
uh Kai.
Uh-oh.
He had an article. He's also a WBO staff member, or um, he 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 plays in Japan, so like pretty regularly. I don't know if like so he made an article talking about his experience playing in a G2 event, and that I think was like last month. So like and that's kind of like where I found out some of this info, where it's like yeah he like those players they'll have like fresh copies of parts, and so they will they'll have like copies of their deck that they're currently using with fresh parts so that they submit it, or else
Oh,
they're stuck playing with one drawn sword. If you remember from the World Championship last year, one of the players
Hmm.
was stuck playing with a drawn sword, and that's because one of his parts potentially failed bay check.
Oh,
Ooh.
So that's kind of a major difference between Japan and here, isn't it? Is they're quite a bit stricter about what constitutes like too used for a part, correct?
Yes, so we kind of have
Yeah.
some ideas of like what things are. You'll see stuff on Twitter from like judges. Sometimes people ask questions. Sometimes people like email TT, I think, and you'll kind of see that, and you'll hear stuff from players in other TT regions that aren't just Japan. But yeah, I would say overall, like especially for things like an Aero Pegasus, that like a lot of people who have a blue Aero Pegasus, that thing's gonna be like super worn at this point if they've got it like since day one.
yeah.
That might not fly in in a TT region, especially if you're playing at like a G2 level or higher
Well,
event. So
can you kind of explain to people that don't know, because you keep mentioning like G4 and G2.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
So
exactly are those?
yeah, so TT style events, so anything that's sanctioned by B4, their governing body internal stuff to Karatomi, they classify events. You have S1 events, which you could classify as like basically anything we run here in the States, kind of. It's community level events. You have a guy who signs up for an event. They'll make an event. It'll be at potentially like a store or something. It's kind of nothing, just like locals type stuff. You have G3s. Those are hosted probably like once or twice a month at TT like B4 stores. So those are places that have been like certified. They get the official stands and everything because they have like actual people who have been trained by TT. This is kind of like words from them. And then you have G2s. These are like the super large events, like kind of like your starting base of super large events. Those happen like every like couple months or so. Um, those will typically be like 200 plus people. And then you have G1s, which is like really high level stuff. It'll have even more people. And then you have GP Grand Prix, and that's I believe so like that's qualifiers for um like national for like national championship type stuff, like international championship. So, and I believe that's what we're going to be seeing this year with this year's like world stuff. It is going to be called the Grand Prix, not worlds, just because TT things. But yeah, all of these events, especially the larger ones, they will run one-on-one battles. So everybody brings one bay, first to four, and those are all single elimination. So one one wrong move and you're out. So
Wow.
and then it
Single
So you're
eliminator.
then that bubbles and then that bubbles up to another to top cut. Their top cut, size depends on like the size of the event. That'll be 3-on-3. So your traditional what you'll probably be playing at your locals, first to four. They don't have any other point values in TT land. First to four is what they play, one set. And oh yeah, sometimes you'll see 3-on-3 battles during group stage as well. So you guys know the extra wide stadium that plays 3 players.
Oh, love
They will
love
they
that
will
stadium.
they will play that during their group stage. And if you don't know the official rulings for that, basically the winner, so the last one standing, gets the point values of both finishes that occur.
Right.
Core
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah, I personally love the 3-person. It's so much fun when you actually have people that know how to play. Like I have one personally and brought it to locals a couple of weeks ago, and we were just ripping it, and it was so much fun. We were letting the dead bays lie. I couldn't
Yeah,
recommend
that's
the 3-person stadium any more than any other stadium. That's probably my second favorite stadium.
yeah, they'll play that during group stage. So like if you're at
That's
it, so
wild.
like sometimes yeah, so like you're playing against 2 other people, you're probably bringing your wizard rod on 960 free ball or something because 160 hexa isn't super popular over in TT land. Um
Yeah, because it's all about the
And
ball, the free ball over there.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's a their meta's a little bit different than ours. But yeah, that is all to say. All this stuff kind of like we see what TT's doing. And when we made Masters, we said we see the downfalls of that for our player base. We're playing in usually smaller events. People will play Swiss for their group cuts usually. Top cut, still a single elimination. But we wanted to make this for our players, but fit a more B4 style event.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great event.
Yeah,
Well,
it's yeah. Uh, uh, Midwest, by the way, our X bracket will be using the Masters rule set as it currently stands.
Oh.
I don't know if it'll actually be a Masters event or not, just because like we haven't released everything for that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be using at least the rule set. So if you guys want to prepare for it, or if like any organizers want to run locals, I recommend running Masters if you know you're gonna have a bunch of players coming to like big events like this.
Vile, do we have
that kind of
any?
makes sense.
Yeah, do we have any up and coming master events possibly before July?
So
So
before July, so what I did run a master's test, like I don't
Right.
know, a few weeks back. It went pretty well, I'd say. I do believe that Wayward's Baycon qualifier on the 23rd. I'm not 100% sure if it's like strictly masters, but I do know that they're playing to 4. So
Oh.
it'll probably be pretty close to masters. And I guess if there's demand, I could definitely run an event later in June, like a prep event where I could use masters if that's what the community wants from me. It's all
Right.
kind of up to them, you know?
Right. Hey Greg, actually got a question up in chat for you. It's coming from one of our
yeah,
locals. He goes by Egg. So speaking of
Ooh.
Midwest, will vending be allowed at this event?
It's a good
yeah.
question.
So yeah, I do want to get vendors up in there. So
Oh.
I'm I'm in the Midwest Discord. So at Gregensen, you'll find me yapping about Midwest probably soon or not. If you check the tournament announcements channel, feel free to hit me up there.
All right. Yeah, so there's probably gonna be a lot of good vendors out there, a lot of deck boxes, a lot of good merch, probably just a lot of good product.
I would assume so. Um, so yeah, vendors, reach out to Greg on Discord if you're interested. Maybe I'll reach out to Greg on Discord. I might be interested. We'll find out.
Oh.
Um, so let me ask you this, Greg. So you ran this, a similar event last summer, right? It was this big, like, regional style event. Have you made any major changes this year based on what you learned from last year?
Yeah. So last year so this year is slightly smaller. We're running 3 events instead of 4, and that's purely a timing thing.
Mhm.
um, just because one of our events ran over by a bit last year, and I felt kind of bad for our players for like kind of rushing things along, starting late. So we're only running 3 events this year, but good news is we will be playing more rounds in X in our Saturday event. So more chance for everybody to play. um, yeah, I'm definitely trying to keep things moving, keep things running along, so everybody can have a great time. Let's see.
Yeah, it's not just a
Yeah, I'm
Beyblade X event either. I see Metal Fight as well. So can you kind of
yeah.
expand a little bit on that? Like why throw a little bit of Metal Fight?
Yeah, so you know, uh, to me, Beyblade is all generations, and uh, my personal favorite is Metal Fight. I know a lot of people in the Midwest area love Metal Fight,
Love it.
and uh, yeah, Metal Fight Limited is just kind of like the most accessible one. That's like sanctioned by the WBO. I have I gave out some decks last year as well to players if they wanted to play. I plan on having some loaner decks again this year. So yeah, even if you don't have any Metal Fight stuff, you can still play. I literally have 10 loaner decks and Ziploc bags. It's a
My
great time.
God.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I bought like a couple of lots off of like
Marketplace.
Mercari and some other Japanese sites.
Yeah, those Japanese sites can be kind of cool for that stuff. Now, Greg, when we're talking about Metal Fight, I think it's impossible to talk about Metal Fight without acknowledging the existence of both mid fakes and then also really crappy, toxic, bad fakes. What is going to be the standard that's allowed at your Metal Fight event? Are mid fakes going to be allowed? If so, how do you determine, what's kind of a mid fake and what's kind of like a lower quality that's not going to be allowed?
Yeah, so I think like for most players who are, and like most people who have been playing for a while, they can take a look at something and easily tell if it's a like genuine like like product or fake. Mid fakes are a funny name because because it's in the middle between authentic and regular, but it's people reproducing these out of like some factory in China. They got their hands either on molds or they're recasting molds based off existing parts. And a decent chunk of those are hard to determine if you're not super like well versed in like the intricacies of the parts. I still have some issues determining some mid fakes versus regular parts, and that so like a lot of the community has kind of said, mid fakes for the most part are fine. A lot of the parts perform about the same. Some of the parts perform worse, especially like the rubber flats. If you have a mid fake rubber flat, please find yourself a regular, like a genuine like rubber flat. Although like almost, I think the only good like rubber parts I've seen are from I think it was the rubber semi flat and the rubber ball from like the mid fake blitz and was it duo? I think it was duo. Either way, but like
that's a question for Chad over here.
That's
Yeah.
a Chad thing.
Yeah, Chad is our Metal Fight guy over here, while Vile and I are more X, even though Chad obviously does X.
Give Danny some credit. He loves Screw Unicorn or Screw Uranus.
I do. I can't lie.
Well,
it's my favorite combo in Metal Fight.
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
why did you want him to screw a unicorn? That's the real question.
Because that's another combo cake.
Screw unicorn is another combo?
Yes.
We have unicorn and axe, just not a screw piece, I guess.
Unless it's the stock
Yeah.
combo.
Although, shout out to AJ. He 3D printed a new bit that was the most hilarious thing that I saw below Rush. It was 0.2 millimeters tall.
Give me that for sure.
It looked like no, he actually put it on his CX Beyblade.
To make it somewhat meta now, okay.
I mean, there's lots of that in Axe.
Yes, but I just think it is hilarious because it is unironically like the size of a Lego piece.
Interesting.
There's lots of different sizes of Lego pieces, so I guess I'm not sure what to think about that.
Brick, like the size of an actual brick.
So Greg, back to the topic then. I guess. So are mid fakes going to be allowed? Yes or no? What are we doing?
I would say it's a hard question. I would say like for the most part, yeah. Just because it's hard to tell them apart sometimes. Even if you're like fully disassembling a bay, some of the parts are genuinely hard to tell apart from their genuine counterparts. And that's not to say that like, I endorse them or anything like that. It's just because like that's just how it is. It helps make the game more accessible at least, especially like for newcomers. Like plastics people, they don't really have too much besides 3D printing parts. Yeah,
I mean that's fair.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to be using the now, because this is interesting for Metal Fight because like I'm not as well versed in Metal Fight. Now I have learned a little bit from Akuna and Wayward and Chad, obviously Battleship. Um, are you guys using those aftermarket stadiums that are replicas of the ones that are now very rare and expensive?
Yeah, so
He is
I have
referring to the BB times.
yeah, so yeah, like I think everybody in the scene kind of says that the Summit is the best stadium. Not only is it like $20 on Bays and Bricks, it solves some flaws that actually existed in the original BB10s. And so it's honest, it's a great stadium. It's cheap. Like you can bulk buy them and it just plays well
Yep.
and it plays well in like for the most part in plastics and some burst classic and stuff from what I've heard. So yeah, summits are all I have. I am not going to drop money on a authentic BX10 just because they're fragile and I don't and they're like $90.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, where's our summit for the Beyblade X TT stadium? We need a summit version of that too, because the stadium.
Oh, Danny, you are 100% correct, because guess what? We never really talked about this, but since Greg here knows a little bit about Metal Fight, what was the one bit that had to be banned in Metal Fight because in the old stadiums the bit would ruin them?
That would be Metal Spike.
Does that sound familiar to modern Beybladers? Does that sound like something that's still a problem many years later?
So you're saying?
Oh, you mean?
Yeah. So you're saying
So I
TT
will-
didn't
Metal
learn the
Metal
lesson.
Needle is not. Nope. This has been an ongoing thing since they started 3D, or since they started making metal bits. Is they go, oh, but what about a sharp bit? Oh no, it's ruining the plastic.
No
Oh well,
way.
they'll buy more.
That's why.
So I will say, none of the metal like pointy bits have ever been like competitively viable from what I've seen. so
That's
that doesn't
also
matter.
fair.
And to give credit to TT, plastic thickness in the stadiums has stayed relatively the same throughout all the generations, and it makes sense just because from like a physics standpoint, like the way the stadium has to like interact with the bays, not only from launch, but to but like the way the bottom parts of your Beyblade is going to interact with the stadium, how they bounce off the walls, even for like those open style stadiums where they have the walls that those still exist.
Yep.
Like it's a physics problem, and I think they've done the best they can do. The only reason the X Stadium is costing so much more is like it's a mix of like general inflation and the size of the stadium compared to previous stadiums. The bays are just like, and it's a more complex stadium as well because like the rail system and everything. I'm not saying it's a perfect stadium. There's improvements that can be made. Especially,
Always.
I think like they could probably like make the pockets like slightly more thicker. But I think
yeah.
overall, I'm pretty happy with like quality of the stadiums.
Now the only thing is we just need to get more of them in stock.
Yeah,
Woo.
I don't know if you guys are like super into like Asia like region Beyblade stuff on like Twitter, X.com, whatever you want to call it.
That's Vile right there. That's his.
Yeah,
Twitter's the
there.
correct option.
Every region's out of stock. Every like not even just stadiums, but like general product. So we're about to reach like a somewhat of a Beyblade drought, I would say. Unless there's like just been like a brief like window of like production issues, I would say just be careful if you're trying to buy like spares of anything in the future. Maybe you might want to stock up now. I don't know. But it seems like there's going to be like a small drought window for us.
I don't know exactly what the issues are, Greg, but I 100% have kind of seen. I do follow the Asian markets pretty closely, and the price on especially rarer stuff like gold wizard rod and purple hover have been going through the roof recently. And not just here stateside, but even what you're paying when you're buying them, from Japanese marketplaces. But also, I've been hearing all sorts of reports about, they ran out of Wizard Arcs. Now they've ran out of Red Arrows. The Beyblade bar has sold out of the Pink Scorpion, and there's no date for restock yet, apparently. There seems to be a lot. I think demand is growing. I think the game is growing, and I think that's causing a shortage to some extent.
Yeah, it's not even just the rare
Yep.
product. It's literally stuff in store shelves. Like you'll see just like pictures of like we're out of product.
Yeah, at least here in the Minnesota scene, like anytime anyone goes to like Target or Walmart or GameStop or any other place that sells Beyblades, and this is just our community. I don't know if any other community is like this, so let me know. We put a picture up in our Discord and saying, "Hey, this is uh like Walmart in St. Paul or whatever, or Target or wherever."
Yeah.
And from my observations, you are correct. Just every time someone posts one of those kind of pictures, it seems like the products are just dwindling down in size. Like it used to be a pretty decent selection, and now it's literally just the same stuff. Maybe a couple things off the shelf, but it's mostly just the same stuff.
I will say for me personally, the stores that I hit up, they've always been super inconsistent when it comes to Hasbro product. So like I'm not putting any stock in that, but this is the first time I've seen like just like genuine like out of stock in like multiple areas in Asia regions, which like, sometimes there'll be some stuff out of stock. Like maybe they'll have like one line of product, they'll have some shelf warmers, but like I've seen like literally just like empty shelves in their Beyblade section.
Yeah, I literally saw a picture, and I assume it was from Japan, but I guess it could have been from any region in Asia. But literally, the only thing they had left was like the 3-player stadium. Everything else was sold out. Like,
And that's wild.
Yeah, like so yeah, like I can't buy BX10s right now. They're just out of stock everywhere.
Well,
yeah,
that's
it's
just
been tough.
that's just a lot of stadiums though, regardless of anything that involves a stadium. Majority of them are gone besides like the drop attack
Yeah.
or even sometimes even the Hasbro ones they're just gone.
So, Greg, do you normally, because I'm curious now, because you say BX10, and I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand the distinction between BX10 and like all the other stadium sets that they're kind of familiar with. Do you normally bring BX10s in directly from overseas? Is that kind of how you do things?
I have I I actually haven't like super bulk bought a bunch of stuff. It was just recently that I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stock up on some stadiums. I have like some like the like original CX battle sets and the new one that just came out in my closet. But I was like, all right, I just need like a whole bunch of stadiums right now. And everywhere was out of stock, and then I was just curious, so I was looking around. Stadium sets are also out of stock. So I can't get my hands on like a BX style stadium, BX10 style stadium, whether it's like the original like white with the green rail or any of like the other versions.
It's been crazy. And I was luckily able to secure a pretty big pre-order. I think I was able to bring in like 40 or so CX16 sets. And so that worked out really well for me. But I know a lot of people waited a little too long, and then Mall of Toys was sold out, Bays and Bricks was sold out, Bay Warehouse was sold out, Spin City was sold out. Um, it's been pretty crazy recently. And what would you suggest? Because we've talked a lot about this locally, but I'm curious, as someone from a different area, what would you suggest to organizers who are struggling to get their hands on the stadiums right now?
I I honestly don't know. I think like one maybe take some preventative cost like measures to your stadiums. I know some people will like get like packing tape or whatever, like clear packing tape and like wrap it around their like pockets. And I think for the most part that's fine. Like we in WBO rules we allow you to like tape up like hairline cracks and stuff like that. I have a stadium with a crack like that. I have another one that has like literally just like a hole blown out in it. That actually
Mhm.
happened during Midwest last year. um, but yeah, just like take preventative measures. If you're don't let people run metal needle. You know, only let people like do like normal stuff, like run two bays at a time. Don't let people like go crazy. If you have like I've seen like kids try and like run like 5 bays in a stadium type stuff
Oh
before.
my god, I would go
Oh.
crazy if I
Yeah,
left.
if you have community members who are like willing to let you borrow stadiums, you know, be like thank you, and like if something happens to one of their stadiums, I know it's gonna suck, but like reimburse them if you can.
Yeah, that's what.
Stuff like that. Like right now, it's just kind of like wait it out. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do really unless you're like buying like $80 stuff off Amazon from third party resellers right now.
yeah, nobody wants to do that. Something that we've been talking about here, and hopefully we get around to it soon. But me and Akuna had been spitballing this a little bit, and I suggested it to others too. Is a lot of times, whether you're an organizer and you have multiple stadiums, or you're just an individual player and you only have one or two or something, like if you have a stadium that, like, let's say your rail busted, you know, like the teeth chipped off one of your section of rails or something, but maybe you have a buddy who's got a stadium that has a big hole in the pocket, but his rails are fine. Like, work with your community to try to, you know, maybe take some broken stadiums and make one complete, nice, ready to use stadium, you know?
Yeah, that's actually something I did. Like I have a stadium with the hole blown out in it, and then I have another one that had a chipped rail. So it's just like swap it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Who cares if like the rails are red and then you got like a random black or green part of the rail?
Yeah.
Who cares? It especially since you can't buy stadiums now. Let
Yeah.
it look ugly as long as it gets the job done. Just still let it rip. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I feel it. Now,
Well,
Greg, we have a lot of viewer questions for you over here, actually.
yeah.
If you don't mind answering a few. The first one is from Khan, and he asks, "Do you think we will ever see the XR system over here in the West?" I don't know what the XR system is. Maybe you do.
Nope, never heard of it.
Okay, Khan, maybe clarify what you're talking about there, and we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
So from Wayward, who makes the great Wayward spin stands, make sure to hit
Woo!
Wayward up on Discord if you would like a Wayward spin stand, and you can always DM the official, channel on YouTube or whatever, and Kate can send you the info if you need it. Wayward asks, "Has Greg ever competed in any out of state tournaments?"
I have
wonder if it-
not. I was actually
Ooh.
I was actually planning on it. Had some live stuff come up recently, but so that sucks. But you know, like yeah, I I do host Midwest. I didn't actually play in any of the events last year.
Well, are you
Okay,
free
and
June
then
6th?
Ooh, maybe.
maybe see we'll see
Oh,
the
we'll
other
see.
part of Wayward's question is, would you be interested in traveling to one of the, hopefully they have more than one this year in the US, one of the US qualifiers for Worlds this year? Is that something that holds interest for you?
Uh, it's funny you mentioned that because last year Midwest was during I literally planned the dates and then they announced nationals. Like
Oh
I had put
boy.
down the money on the venue and everything, and then it was like, and I think like it was like a week or two later, like we found out through the Anime Expo listing that nationals was going to be there. Then all the way in in California. So
That's
anybody who
brutal.
came to Midwest and who wanted to play at nationals, you know, thank you.
Much love to
um,
that community. Jesus.
yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It's fun. I don't think I'm that great of a Beyblade player, and I know how like those events kind of go. You know, they single elimination. You have to be super great to like bubble into into that stuff. So, you know, I might try it, but like I honestly I don't expect more than one open class national this year. I expect one open class national for and I expect, and if for anybody who doesn't know, open class is open to all age brackets 6 and up. The regular class, I believe that's what they call it, is ages 6 to 12, I believe. So that is so that's like the child class basically. Yeah.
Egg says
So I'm
Egg says that national was a turn into a shit show. Your event was way better.
Oh my god.
now
There was so many things I had to deal with during that day, and I'm glad that it worked out well for people. There's some people I accidentally did dirty, and I tried my best to make it up to them, and I hope no mistakes happen this year. It wasn't anything like intentional. It was just like some stuff happened between like my sign up list and the bracket, and things happened. I tried to make it right to people as best I could. But
listen,
yeah, I'm
Greg.
glad.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Finish up.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out for most people. I'm glad most people had a good time.
All I wanted to say about that was, listen, man, if the recent event, the Red Line Rumble in Michigan, and just even, kind of the planning stuff that some of us here in Minnesota have been doing for the North Star on June 6th, there's no event ever in the history or future of Beyblade that's going to 100% go off without a hitch. There's always going to be something. It's just a matter of how you as an organizer choose to handle it, and if you choose to accept responsibility and own it, And as long as you're doing the best you can, and you're trying your best to make it right with the affected players, that's all that can be asked. Nobody's perfect.
Yep.
So let's see if we got any other good questions here, because I think we do. So a follow-up to the earlier question, the XR Stadium is the stadium they use in the anime.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna guess no.
So yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that outside of YouTube.
I don't think I've seen any. I don't even think they've like done any like. I don't think TT allows the product to be played in anything but like the official product. So I don't even think there's been like mock events like that.
He's saying that they apparently have one in Shibuya, and they also had one at Anime Expo, but maybe they're only for display. I'm not sure if they actually let people play them or not.
I wonder if I missed that. Yeah, I'll have to take a look into that then. That does sound interesting. Like,
I mean, it does. Now, based off what you said, I am hoping that we're gonna have more than one Worlds qualifier this year. I'm really crossing my fingers that Hasbro comes through, because that was kind of a mess last year. I'm hoping it doesn't turn out that way this year. But some of these other questions.
Hopefully they have.
How do you feel? We'll see. I'm curious to see myself. Now, how do you feel about running a Beyblade tournament at a convention? That's a good question. I kind of like that question.
yeah. So I've never like ran one at like a traditional like convention. Like your anime conventions, or your like comic conventions or anything like that. I know some people who do to have a good time with it. I think that kind of environment kind of does better with like less traditional tournaments, like a King of the Hill type thing, or like you hand out prizes to like somebody who like stays alive after like X amount of events or something like that. Stuff like that. I know the guys up in Anime North, they did. That's where Beyblade North is held. It's Canada type stuff. If you've ever seen that scene, yeah,
haven't been, but I want to.
Yeah, it's great. There so many events have been held there over the years. They do like an actual like they have qualifiers throughout the year. They have a last chance event there. It's a whole thing. So they've had success. I don't know if I would ever do that. But we'll see what the future brings, I guess.
That'll be interesting. Now, I did hear Canada was running something cool, but I think it interrupts it. I don't know if it's the same weekend as your event, but it was definitely the same weekend as something else big. So because Canada's having a car tournament now too. I don't know if y'all heard about that or not.
Yep. Yeah. Where is it? It's
Oh.
Banana Games. Banana Games in Toronto. They're like one of the big stores up there. I know some people in that area, so like I kind of like hear. It's like I see this stuff online, I hear about it. Yeah, it's another Civic of all things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's like a
It's a different
2009, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's a different generation of Civic.
Yeah.
I'm not like super in the cars, but like I have like a general knowledge of like that stuff. So like, hey, maybe Spandy can win another car.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, I hope he does. Spandy seems like a super nice guy. So, you know,
Yeah, he's
I
chill.
feel like
He
if
came to Midwest last year, actually. Him and
see, that's super cool. I just there's some people in the scene that are just really nice people, you know, and I think Spandy is one of them.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about, do you know anything about the pricing that you're going to have available at your event yet, or have you not quite locked that in all the way?
it's not quite locked in. I will say, total value of everything is currently about $500. It should go up. I'm hoping to hit something crazier. I think last year we had like all the prizes was like a total value of like $700 plus. Actually, that was before I got some last minute prizes for Metal Fight, but
Nice.
yeah, we're like halfway there to last year's numbers. I'm trying to get it higher. Yeah. Oh, cool exclusive for you guys.
Okay, let's see.
Ooh,
Hold
I like exclusives.
Medals.
Well, see, that's sick.
Metal Empire.
All
Oh
right,
my
you
God,
need to
get
go
out of
home.
here.
Oh, okay. I'll go
Yeah,
home.
they're all engraved with like the event you won and what place you came in. So yeah, if you're top 3 in either X Masters event or Metal Fight Limited or the top team in the team event, you will get a fun medal.
That's cool. I like that. I always like stuff like that. I don't know what you call them, like keepsakes or
Yeah, it's a
something, like,
keepsake, yeah.
you know, to like kind of remember the event. But I enjoy that. Now, one more question about prizing, and I'll leave you alone about it. And I'm mostly asking because in working things out for North Star, I realized that I kind of wish we had decided on a first place prize and announced it in advance. Do you have any idea what the first place prize is going to be yet?
So
A Kia Soul.
I like to run things a little differently. I like to have a prize pool that players can pick from. So like obviously there's going to be some more expensive prizes in there, but a first place prize, you know, doesn't want whatever is the most expensive item. They don't have, because they already have it or something, or like they don't really care. They don't have to pick it. That's just how I run things. I think it you know, so like first place picks and second, and then all the way down through whatever my top pool is.
Okay, that's fair enough. I was
Yeah.
just kind of curious. Now, I know you said you don't have everything locked all the way in, but I will give you an opportunity to shout out if you want to. Are there any sponsors that are 100% locked in yet, or is that still something you're working on?
Yeah. I've locked in the boys at where is it? Bays and Bricks.
Woo!
Yeah. Have a couple more coming. Just trying to lock some things down. But yeah. This event wouldn't be possible not only without all the players, but also all the sponsors, all the people helping me out. Speaking of which, if you're somebody who's on the fence about coming, especially if you're a WBO certified judge, you can volunteer, get a free ticket. So yeah.
Actually, that kind of leads into the next thing. Could you talk about the prices for this weekend? Do you have to go all weekend? Can you just go for one of the days, or can you kind of go more into depth about that?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
good question.
ticket pricing, super simple. It's either for both days $45, or for one day, either Saturday or Sunday, $25. Super simple. So
That is
if you
easy. That is easy.
so if you,
It's
Yeah.
super simple.
And
yeah, so if you only want to play X ranked event, just come on Saturday. You at $25, you're in. You want to play in the more goofy events on Sunday, bam, you're in.
so if one
That's
does
great.
want,
That's great.
if one person does want to go and they want to judge, how does one go about signing up for that?
Yeah. There's a form. I have a URL somewhere probably. It's also linked on the info page on MidwestBeyblade.com about the event. Yeah. Do I have the link somewhere? I might.
If not,
have
you can get it to me later on, and I can definitely put that link down in the description alongside with the NBC Discord and a couple other places that if you want to get a hold of Greg, ask him any questions about the event or whatever. Links will be down in the description, so definitely go ahead and check those out.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Cake is going to post this on all the socials when the videos go are like posted. But for anyone who wants to go look right now, if you go to the YouTube chat, I have posted the link directly to the information page about the event, and it tells you the date, where it is, explains the ticket price. And there's also a link to the Eventbrite page on there where you can purchase the tickets. And there's also a link to the volunteer thing that Greg was just talking about. So if you follow that link in the YouTube, then you can go ahead and get all this information. You can sign up right now if you want. Absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just-
Yeah. Probably limited spots for
Well,
judging.
yeah, we're looking for about 20 judges. I can probably fit in more. I like truth be told, I'm not making any money off this event. I do it for the community. So and the more people that can help make this a success, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. And
That's
I know us here at the Spin Zone loved kind of helping out and loved the Beyblade community. So even just having you on
Oh, yeah.
is amazing. So help kind of get the word out for this event because I'm hoping that it's going to be out of proportion, like and so much fun, and I'm really looking forward to it again. So if you guys are
In
interested,
fact,
Now-
Kate, you
yeah,
could
check it out.
say
now I have a
you could
really
say
Hold
go
on,
ahead,
what's
Chad.
up, Chad?
I was gonna say you could say this tournament is gonna be out of this world, just like a nice Chicago hot dog, eh?
God, I'm done.
Oh,
I'm done.
my God.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah, please.
Oh my
do.
God. So Greg, now I'm looking at the information for this, and is this hotel either attached to or very close to the O'Hare Airport?
It's like I don't remember how close it is, but it's super close. It prices are relatively reasonable if you just want to get a room there. It's not like the cheapest, but also like not super expensive compared to some of the other places when I looked around. Yeah, yeah, it's super close to the airport.
Yeah, we did look into the hotel pricing a little bit, and like you said, it's not the cheapest, but considering you're in Chicago and not out in the boonies somewhere, it's actually pretty reasonable. And especially, and I'd advise everybody, if you're in the Midwest and you're going to drive there, like try to carpool with some people in your area. Try to share a room with people. I do know that there is kind of a parking fee, right? So even just carpooling can save you some money on parking and stuff like that. So yeah, we looked into it and we're like, well, if we put 4 people in each room, how low can we get this? And it was actually really, really reasonable if you're willing to, squeeze a few people into a room together. So
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it seems like a really nice hotel from what I can tell.
Yeah, I stayed there last year. It's pretty nice.
Oh my God, is that what I think it is? I'm looking at the event page right now. Is that a FC Barcelona edition stadium that has been
Yeah.
replaced with green rails?
Yeah, somebody brought that.
Ooh.
my god.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah, yeah. I had some of the people helping out with brought their stands and stadiums, and that was a cool one.
Oh wait, do you hold on? We get a reduced parking rate too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so the regular parking rate is like it's like God, I don't remember what it is, but I was able to get a reduced parking rate for people because I know like we're gonna be there a long time. If you're there for the whole day and you leave or whatever, I think it was like $18 or something like that. Maybe like 20. I don't remember. I'd have to take a look at the website, but I got it reduced down a bit for people who are showing up.
Oh, see, I thought it was even higher than that. I remember seeing something crazy like 30 or 35 a day, and it says here you have it
Oh.
down to 12. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, Greg been working. Like he's been looking out for us.
Yeah, this is the same place we held it last year. We got a different room. It's like it's bigger by like more than like 1,000 square feet, maybe like 1,500, something like that.
Oh
Like
my
more than last
God.
year's room. Yeah, they loved having us. They jumped on the chance to have us back, and I was like, yeah, just need a bigger room this year.
Mm.
No, I mean this is gonna be great. I'm like super excited for this. And I really like the sophomore effort of an event like this because I feel like from the freshman event you learn a bunch of stuff, and then the second event is just always much better, and you improve upon things, and you have all that knowledge. Like
Yeah.
maybe I will go. Maybe I will go. I don't know. I've been hemming and hawing
There you
about it,
go.
but I keep getting
Yeah, just
poked. Like
Yeah, just to give a little background, Beyblade Midwest was actually kind of like a smaller event before in years past. A different organizer ran it, but he was like, I can't do it. Like back like before like 2025, he's like, I can't really do much this year, and I was like, you know what, I'll do it. And so I wanted to make it bigger and better. I was like, we'll do it in Chicago, so it's like more central to everybody in the Midwest instead of like northern Indianapolis where it was before. Um, and it really popped off last year. And I couldn't have done it without all the amazing people from like the Chicago community and everybody else who showed up and helped. Uh, I don't remember everybody off the top of my head, but you are all great.
Yeah.
and
I know.
actually, like, I'm still looking at this website. Okay, so I've been clicking around while you guys have been chatting, and these sweatshirts are actually really cool. I really like
Yeah.
the merch page you have, and I like
Yeah,
how
that
you have
was
like. Go ahead.
yeah, that was designed by a Cat Blader. The sweatshirt and and I believe like some of the logos and stuff were designed by Frosty Arts. Um,
It's
Ooh.
just
what
cool.
else? Yeah.
I like that you have two different, like, it's the same design, but I like that one of the sweatshirts is like full color and the other one's black and white for people who like prefer that monochromatic vibe. It's and they're really reasonably priced too. I mean, $43 for a sweatshirt in today's day and age is nothing. Like that's a really good price.
Yeah. And speaking of merch, we'll get get some Midwest 2026 Bay Hurricane merch out soon.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm waiting on some samples real quick, but hopefully you guys will have like about 2 months or so to buy your stuff, get it shipped out to you, so you can have it ready for the event. I unfortunately won't be able to have any on site at the event.
Oh.
Um, yeah. So,
Yeah, that's kind
but
of
yeah,
unfortunate.
you'll be able to buy it on the site, and if like it'll be open probably about until like a week after the event as well. So if you come and you see the merch and you're like, man, I want that, you'll have some time to get some.
Oh, and the hats. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a hat done. We had a hat last year. It was had the logo embroidered on the top, or like on the, I don't know what you call that part of the hat.
Just
Not the bill, but
no, probably just the front.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
The
the
yeah.
brim?
no, not the
I
brim,
see.
not the brim.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the popsicle flying through the. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And I like that you have it in red too and not just orange. Red is
Yeah.
definitely more my thing.
Yeah. Like, oof.
Red is a good color.
So, are you gonna be having any of the Midwest Beyblade Club merch there, or you just have to buy all that stuff online?
Yeah, you have to buy it online. I unfortunately like just just the way things were working out this year again.
That's unfortunate. Yeah,
It is unfortunate. I need a. I'll try and make it up for 2027.
Oh, yeah. This.
Somebody's gonna clip this, and then I'm gonna forget, and then they're gonna send it to me, and they're gonna be like, "You sent it."
Yeah, this
Uh,
NBC.
You lied about it.
This NBC with the color on the back of the attack, defense, stamina, and attack, defense, stamina, balance.
Yep.
That's fire looking.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the black and white
Like-
one of that on the back is actually pretty crisp, but the one.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they have the generations on the sleeve. If you also noticed.
Yeah. I
yeah,
saw
that's
that.
what I was gonna say. Like $43 for a hoodie in today's day and age is already cheap. But the fact that you have, a little logo up front, you have a big logo on the back, and you have printing on one of the arms, usually that winds up costing a lot more. So like
Yeah.
I said, I think you're doing a great job with the pricing on these.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all Cap Blader. Shout out to him. He worked with Frosty on the logo and got those out.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get one of those. Those are sweet.
So Greg, we've talked a lot about this event, and I'm sure we'll kind of circle back to it a little bit. But tell us some of the stuff that you enjoy about X. What are some of your favorite new releases, or like what are some things you've enjoyed playing recently? Just talk to us a little bit about Beyblades.
Yeah, so I unfortunately have not just been able to like play in events recently. Kind of sucks. But I do try and buy like all the releases when I can, especially if they like interest me. Bahamut looks interesting. I think that right now it's a little bit slept on. I think we're gonna see some of that come out into like some more attack combos come out of that in the meta. It might not be like a top contender like a Shark Scale or anything like that, but I think it's looking pretty cool. Yeah, CXE in general expand is just looking great. Especially as somebody I came from, again, Metal Fight's like was like my favorite back in the day. So seeing all the customization coming out of it, yeah, just like having the overblade. Assist blades are kind of whatever for me, but like I don't know, just I think I think TT has finally hit their stride with some of the newer designs with CX and CXE. Yeah, we'll see what
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what the extra weight does for the new Drawn that's coming out. How does that strike?
Oh, yeah.
Drawn.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a lot recently.
Yeah, I am interested to see what that looks like and what else they might be doing with BX expand. I'm not super hyped on UX expand currently because they all seem to be ratchet integrated blades. Yeah, that's the official term by Takara Tommy, in case you were wondering.
Ratchet integrated blades. That's a mouthful. I don't think I'm ever going to say that.
Yeah. We also don't know if UXE is all going to be ratchet integrated blades, so something to look out for at least.
I think all the ones they've revealed so far at least are, because
the Shinobi, this, and then there was the other one from the Drop Attack set, I believe.
Yeah, the what is it called? Aegis Rampart, is that correct?
Rampart Aegis.
Rampart Aegis, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be Aegis Rampart in Japan when it comes out, Chad.
Whatever.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. They might name it something else like they've done with like Bear Scratch or whatever.
Bear Scratch.
I can't wait for
boy.
Rampart Aegis, or as it'll be called in America, Big Castle.
You're terrible, Chad.
The White Castle.
No, their naming conventions are, but that's besides the point.
He said something about
So
White Castle.
Oh my God. So Greg, you talk about the CX Infinity line, and yeah, I do think there's some interesting stuff going on there. You talked about Bahamut. I think Ragnar Age is actually, like, people are kind of looking at it, but have you had a chance to mess around with Unicorn Delta yet?
I've not. I haven't bought any of that stuff actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've had I had to deal with some stuff this past month, so I kind of missed out on a couple of pre-orders.
Oh, it's all
Uh,
good. It's just we
yeah,
managed to
it's
sneak some in. They got in Friday, right before this past Saturday's event, and so some people were messing with them, and it actually seems pretty solid. I'm pretty excited by it.
No
it's interesting.
way.
I don't know if
Oh
it'll have
yeah.
a place in the meta. Just like seeing some, like I saw like one video recently. I think it was Zanky or something. Um, but and I'm not super impressed by like the shape, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I'm not like super like I've been wrong before. I'm willing to admit that.
Oh, trust me, I've been there. I had to eat my words recently about Bullet Griffin because, oh boy, after finding out what that Beyblade can do on Merge, I was completely wrong when I said it was just a gimmick bay and wouldn't be any
You know,
problem.
I think it's gonna filter out of the like after this honeymoon period, honestly. I think it might have some uses on some other stuff, but I think like Bahamut or not Bahamut, Bullet in general is probably going to filter out, especially as some people are worried about like the fragility of the bay, um, and we probably won't see a remold of it that'll strengthen any of the parts anytime soon.
Yeah, I would assume that like some people that like, the people who just have a little extra money and don't mind replacing things are probably going to play it if they think it's worth playing. I do think we'll see
Mm.
a large influx of it when the Hasbro release comes in July, because then it's only $13 and that's a little different.
So about
It's
that, actually,
Uh-oh.
shout out for AJ for this one, but we did some serious testing with Bullet, and we found out that the reason Bullet seemed not to be good is we've been ripping it wrong this entire time. So all the people who were posting about it, I did ask quite a few of the people who ended up breaking theirs. They actually ripped their bullets not only against attack types but full force. Apparently, from our testing, you're supposed to launch Bullet like how you launch Cobalt Dragoon. You're supposed to like lower your RPMs when it comes to the launch, and then it stays up longer. I don't know how it works, but we put it on Merge and did that, and a 62-gram Beyblade that where the gimmick barely pops off is definitely a sight to behold, especially when
Oh,
that rubber actually does what it's supposed to do and stops it from like really like moving around the arena as much. It's again, I don't know how to explain it other than AJ may have cracked the case on that with the whole merge bit because I'm now going to be running that from now on.
okay, so time out real quick. First off, how is it only 62 grams, Chad?
Because that's how much mine weighed when I put the merge bit on it and weighed it on the scale.
Okay, because my Bullet Griffin weighs 63 and a half with Hexa, and I have to assume that Merge weighs more than Hexa, right?
You probably got a heavier mold.
I must have. Mine must be like the king of all the Griffins because it.
Oh, there you go.
That's crazy.
There you go,
and,
Griffin King.
and that means I can't play it because y'all know I don't know how to light launch, so that's not going to work. Greg, you seem to have some thoughts on it. Yeah, I can see you kind of thinking over there. What are you thinking right now, brother?
He's like meditating over there.
I don't have a merge on me right now to like pull out. Merge is high resistance, right?
Yes, it's very high resistance. It's from Caliber.
Yeah, I know. I like I have one. I just don't know where. Like, I don't have it like within reach right now, so I couldn't remember, and I didn't feel like searching it up.
That's fair. Now,
okay, yeah, that does make sense. I was gonna say, maybe like a wall ball or wall wedge might make more sense on it. If you're worried.
yeah,
about,
it definitely wants a very tall bit because it's really hard to get ratchet sniped because there is no ratchet. But
maybe we see high
the
needle
one
pop
thing
up
that
again.
oh gosh, possibly.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
probably not actually because of its low resistance. But I will say this: AJ showed me that it can outspin Wizard Rod on ball, which is wild to say out loud. But yeah, because the top part comes off and helps to destabilize Beyblades. Yeah, it greatly reduces how long a stamina Beyblade can last in the arena. So, hey, I'm happy to be wrong here. The only problem is how are we going to we can always put a sticker on the top part of the Beyblade, but we're going to have to put like some other determination on the bottom part of Griffin in order to remember whose is whose.
Oh man, do I have the sticker sheets on my desk? If you guys remember, TT had the sticker sheets from the original sticker sheets that had like all the different like pieces you could put on bays.
Yes.
I think from like that was before they refreshed the stickers. I think you're legally allowed to like put those on in TT regions and like other parts that aren't the inner bit gear chip motif, whatever it is. I don't know what they call it in the main body. You could do something like that, like a small little sticker like that, or like a Sharpie or whatever you want. But
Yeah, a lot of people use Sharpie.
Now, real quick to clarify, Greg, is the WBO's position that there is not to be any stickers on the lower part of the bay? Is that correct?
I think we were just discussing this. It hasn't made it into the rule book yet. I think so, but don't quote me on that because I don't remember. It was a conversation in passing.
Fair enough.
I'd heard that TT had said no stickers on the bottom part, so I assumed that was just what the WBO was going to adopt, I guess. I could obviously be wrong about that.
If that's the case, we'll probably follow suit. I can see where it comes from because like bullet makes contact with the bit on the part. So like if somebody does something really dumb, it could be like too thick.
Yeah, bullet is the top part and Griffin is the bottom part, correct?
Yes.
That's how people are referring to it.
Okay.
Technically, they call the bottom part the main body. that is the official TT one. Is its bullet main body.
That's not fun.
This is all the fun stuff that you like learn from people who pay attention to like the B4 scene, and then you also have to like be aware of all the rules at all times.
No, that's fair. So, real quick, Greg, we do have a question here from an audience member. They would like to know what like the prize Beyblade of your collection is.
Ooh, that's a good one. Do I even have anything? Like, what is it? I have this sealed gold Leon Claw, because I got it from the BX Premium raffle a couple like 2 months back or something. Like I have a couple of like the like burst prizes on my desk right now.
I love
yeah,
that blue night.
Yeah, I think that's actually a small little leak. I think that's one of the ones I bought for Midwest prizing. I don't remember.
Okay.
But not that specific one. I bought a new one. Oh yeah, I also have the clear Drake, and then I have a red AP that I actually used playing with somebody the other day. Yeah, I don't have anything that's like crazy expensive or like super rare or anything like that. I have like my entire Metal Fight collection.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's gonna whip it out.
Whoa.
It's just in
Whoa.
this.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's just
Holy
this little
Toledo,
box.
Batman.
I've had it since like middle school.
That's packed.
Yeah.
I got some WBBA face bolts that I got from Swift. You can't really see them too well. But basically it was like, I think these are ones that they potentially gave out like during like real events or something. I'd have to double check. But like, yeah, they're just like little. I'm gonna open one. We can focus in, maybe camera. Camera. Oh, it's not gonna focus. Oh, there, maybe. Oh,
A little bit.
You can't really see it, kinda, but it has the WBBA logo. I have a couple of those that I got from Swift, from Spin City Imports, from Midwest.
Hey, those are cool though.
Yeah, I don't have anything I don't have anything like super rare in here. It's just like mostly just a whole bunch of Hasbro releases,
That's cool stuff.
a couple of other things, but yeah, just kind of like something that I've kept with me for
Throughout the years.
what is that? That's
That's
like
pretty
It's
dope.
15
still
years at
cool.
this.
Oh yeah.
Pretty dope. So we have more questions here. What is your favorite? I'll give you two answers to this one. What's your favorite Beyblade to play? And the two answers being which one in Metal Fight and which one in X.
Gotcha. All right.
Ooh.
So in Metal Fight, the one that's always just kind of like stuck in my mind was what was it? Basalt on 230 CS because of
Let's
that.
go.
So for those of you who don't know,
Basalt
I think
will
I
be
actually have this
yum.
combo. I actually have this combo.
For those who may not know what he's referring to, Basalt in America goes by a different name. That is the famous
Twisted.
clock Beyblade.
Oh yeah, that thing is chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have two. I have two Twisteds, but oh man, did I throw my?
Yes,
okay,
Twisted
here's-
Tempo.
Twisted
yeah.
Tempo.
So this is Flame on 230. With a clear CS.
There it is,
that
the
came-
meta build. Everyone praise it.
Yep, this is everybody's favorite in Metal Fight Limited. But if you just switch out Flame for Tempo, or Twisted Basalt, whatever it is, this was kind of like, I believe it was during the Metal Fight World Championship. That was kind of like the meta combo everybody was running, because CS is very similar to Merge, but it actually works. And 230
Yep.
is big in plastic. It absorbs a bunch of stuff. And then at the time, Twisted or Basalt was the heaviest blade you could run. And so if you've like the little like stupid Hasbro stadiums, imagine that but worse. And that's what people were
Yep.
playing on in Worlds during Metal Fight. They were
Oh,
these
God.
big, long things. The dishes were super shallow. They had two pockets. I don't even know what the rules were for that time, but yeah, why do I have two of these? Whatever.
The more you know.
Yeah, it's a very fun combo. But for X, I don't know. For a while, I think I've just been running like meta stuff whenever I play lately. I think the most fun combo I had time with was Night Mail on like 360 point. That was just a fun combo to rip on people. When I had it in my deck
dancing
for a
over
minute.
here. Yeah, Vile
I love Night Mail.
yeah, it is a really good really good gimmick.
Yeah, I don't think I've had anything lately that's like super piqued my interest, or that I'm like, oh yeah, this is like my Grail Bay. But yeah, it's always fun to whip out a 160 hexa rod and watch people fail to counter it. It's just always fun.
Well, I just wanted to share you guys with everyone real quick that Wayward has just told me privately that this is his favorite Beyblade now. Bullet Griffin on Merge, specifically the red Merge from Spriggan. Okay, and Wayward thinks it's the best.
There
Wink,
we
wink,
go.
nudge,
I
nudge.
agree with Wayward.
he does
I do
not. I'm just
wonder-
messing around.
No.
I actually do wonder if the rubber's a little bit different compared to the original copy of Merge, because I know there was some rubber differences between early RA and like stuff that came from Anniversary Set onward.
Yes. The one that came in the Takara Tomy customize is definitely a different consistency of rubber than the one that came in the Hasbro set. Like, very much.
Someone
So
said up in chat, for a tournament probably, you should run Hell Scythe on 770 kick.
Hell Scythe 77.
Which one is that
kit.
Beyblade again?
I think we put that in C tier.
That's why.
Hey, and that's the perfect opportunity to tell you about Midwest 26 team event. It is actually running the classic rule set coming from the Seattle community. It is a limited style rule set. A bunch of blades are banned. And not only that, you need to run 9 bays in this format. So it's going to push your deck building skills to the limit. And don't worry, you still have
Good
plenty of
gracious.
blades to play with. I believe excluding echoes, you still have over like half of the releases available. So including echoes, you have a lot to play with.
Well, and that
that's going to be.
That kind of goes into another question. Do you have to show up with a team, or is there an opportunity to show up with just a random, like just match up with a random team that don't have anybody to team up with?
Yeah. So as a part of signing up, I also have a form for signing up your teams. If you don't have a team, you can be put in like the public pool, and then I'll either match people up that are in the public pool or with teams that, because you can sign up with just 2 people if you like need a third guy. So we can match you up with a third guy or something like that. But yeah, we'll try and make sure everybody has a team.
That's great. That's 100% how I feel about it too. Try to help everyone figure that out. So, are you a big Burst guy, Greg? Did you play much during Burst?
No. So if you take, I did have a history in YouTube. If you take a look at my YouTube channel, sort by age, you'll see one of my videos, and it was during the Burst launch of Beyblade, where I bought a. I think I still have. Yes, right here. I bought.
Is it Hello Kitty?
No,
it better be.
No, this was.
Oh no, it's not. Damn it.
No, this was during the launch of Dual Layer. For those who were into Burst at the time, when Dual Layer launched in the U.S., we didn't get Single Layer in the U.S. from Hasbro. I bought this Spriggan and this Valkyrie, and I just kind of made a stupid video with them.
Is that Spriggan the one they remade in Axe?
Mm-hmm. No,
looks like it.
Is this the one? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
Is this S2? I don't know. They changed the colors and like the plastic of when Hasbro did their releases. So I have a hard time matching up TT releases to Hasbro ones because the Hasbro releases look so much more like toys.
No, that's fair. The reason I asked you that was because a question had come up. If there was a Burst Beyblade that has currently not been re-released in Axe, which one would you like to see and why?
Hello Kitty. Yeah, I don't really. Let's bring back Hello Kitty, guys. No, I actually don't know much about Burst. I don't know. Like, I know people were hoping Bahamut was like Salamence or whatever. Oh my God, he has Hello Kitty.
Yep, there it is. My girl got me this for Christmas. This was like my favorite present I've gotten in a long time.
I'm about to become very intimate with Burst one of these days when I have to make a funny form for building winning combos on the WBO site. So for those of you who aren't in the loop, WBO organizers have to post winning combos from top 3 players. I made a funny form for X, so it makes your life a whole lot easier to like format everything correctly, make sure all the names are correct. If there's a problem with it, please tell me. I would love to fix it.
Oh, are you the one who made that form?
Yes, I made that. I'm making a whole bunch of other stuff.
Well, I will say I have to thank you for the form specifically because I did use the form this most recent event, and it was probably the first time out of like 12 events I've run through the WBO that I did not get pinged on my next event, letting me know I screwed something up in the formatting for the results. So that form actually helped quite a bit.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of issues with like people doing weird stuff. It used to be so much worse. Like, like I don't care too much personally, like if you put a errant space or something. But we do have like community tools that are like parsing names and stuff like that. So I try to keep it consistent with the form. Like Wizard Club works on some stuff like that. You've seen other tools like BBX Meta and other websites like that probably.
What's that one?
They run
BBX Weekly. That's the one I really like.
Yeah. They go through. I don't know if all of them do it like automatic. I know AWWC does, because sometimes we have to help them out. But yeah, we're like people would put like just like CD for like a blade name.
Okay.
What is that? Cobalt Dragoon? Cobalt Drake? What is that, brother?
Oh,
but like
Blue.
people would do stuff like that. So like and that's just like one of the more egregious examples, but that's kind of, I was like, you know what, we need something, we require win combos to be posted. It's a great resource for the community. And so I made that. And we're trying to make lives easier too. We're not stopping with just that. Some of the other stuff that's coming out. Wish I could talk super more about it, but I can't. Don't want to shoot myself in the foot as well, especially since nothing's launched.
Totally understand.
No, I totally feel that. That's fair. I mean, overall, it seems like the WBO is trying to make some improvements and add some new things. Now, obviously, I'm impatient. I want to see it right now, but I also understand that you guys are a volunteer-only staff and things aren't going to happen overnight. So I do get that.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for the new functionality. That's all.
Yeah, and just to put things into perspective, the website's been around for 17 years.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
17 and a half years. It's when Brad, our founder, he I can't remember what the original name of the forum was, but he rebranded it as WBO, and it's been around since. I want to know what my user number was. I'd have to look it up. I know like a couple of our staff members, like Dan, his user number is like less than 1,000, I think, or something like that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Something crazy. Yeah, I think my user number is less than like 100,000. I don't even know where we're at now. Obviously not everybody's active still. There's people who have moved on. There's people who signed up and done whatever, but like our X ranked leaderboard has like a couple thousand players on it, which, I mean, like in the grand scheme of things, like that's crazy. Like we have no official support from Hasbro. Where, as far as I know, we are the largest North American organization or worldwide organization. Most of our player base is North America. We have players in other areas as well, like the UK. I see stuff from India. I think I've seen Pakistan once, maybe. I don't remember.
Wow.
Wasn't expecting to hear that one. That's for sure.
I might be misremembering, but like I've seen some like crazy stuff. Like the fact that and that's just ranked events. We're not even counting unranked events. People that are doing fun random stuff, or they don't care about the WBO rankings. Like there's thousands of players that are playing Beyblade without the direct support of Takara Tomy and Hasbro. We have hundreds of events a month from all over, and it's just crazy. And to think
I know you have a lot of events per month. Trust me. I have seen my wait time to get my stuff approved slow down because there's so many events now.
Yeah, and we're trying to make that better.
I know. Yeah, I'm just giving you a little shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like we're trying to bring on more people. We're trying to improve the process by like automating more things. But yeah, and we're trying to transition over to a new platform eventually from our current forum, and we're trying to keep most of that 17 plus years of history intact while we're doing that. And yeah, that's kind of like what I've been brought on to do, is kind of like help improve everything. And I hope that not only like the organizers see all this stuff, I hope all the players see all this stuff. And if I could get it out to you yesterday, I would. Trust me, I would love to have this stuff in your guys' hands. If I could not have a job and work on WBO full time, I would in a heartbeat. And I know so many other staff members would too.
Yeah.
Fair, very fair.
Yeah, but yeah, again, it's all independent. What you guys are doing in your communities is great. Whether you run through the WBO or not, I don't care. I just love that we're playing Beyblade. I would love if you played through the WBO, but I understand if you don't want to. I understand.
Yeah.
But let me make it better for you at least.
Fair.
Yeah, that's.
Ooh.
So I think we got time for. I'll keep going.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Like,
Okay.
if for some reason there's a reason you don't want to play through the WBO, I would love to know, and I would love to help.
That's what I was at. I was actually super funny because I was going to ask you that. Like, did you have anything you wanted to say to people out there who maybe their community has some beef with the WBO, or maybe their community is just not aware of the WBO? Like, what is your sales pitch to people who are not using the WBO right now to get them to be like, hey, there's value in this?
Yeah, so like, not first of all, like, again, we've been around for 17 years. Our SEO is immaculate. So like, if you're looking for new players, whenever they look up Beyblade tournaments, chances are WBO is coming up first. So like, and like your events are right there. We have the page, we have the sign up system. We help you out with everything that we can. We're trying to make our like resources better. We like all of your events, when you post winning combos, they go towards the winning combos thread. People are looking at the winning combos thread all the time. Like, we have community tools around this stuff. The reason we know so much about the meta, I think in part is because of that thread alone. That's one of the most important resources out there. Like it doesn't, even if you don't play like ranked WBO, I still think like having the ability to like report stuff to us, so we can like handle things, so not only your communities are safe if like something happens, other communities are safe. We can figure out like other things as well. Like, and we're working to make the platform better every day, I think is kind of my pitch. Is just like, you have the sign up sheet, we have the fancy event list or whatever. Like, I don't know, and it's a great community. Like, our Discord's always popping. If you're into the forums, post on the forums, please. They're not as active as they once were, but like, there's still people there. It can be.
It can be.
Yeah, we're hoping to make things better for everybody. And so even if the WBO isn't the place for you right now, let us know, and we'll try and make it the place for everybody, because we just want people blading together.
That's a great sentiment. I actually really like that. Greg, I had one more question, because a couple of the viewers are poking me. Are you familiar with this Anime Central convention that's going on in or around Chicago next weekend?
Anime Central, no.
Okay.
No.
Viewers were asking if you knew if there was any Beyblade stuff going on at that. But
I actually don't know. No. Yeah, like I'm like kind of aware of the Chicago scene. I know of like a couple of organizers in the area. I don't know if anything's happening around there, at least from what I've seen. If there is, ping me, let me know. Love to share it with people.
And then one more thing here real quick, Cake.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a question, but I kind of know the answer, so it's kind of just letting people know. Con had asked, but yeah, will WBO or anything Beyblade event related be happening at Anime Central? And then he mentioned like Sakura Con up in Seattle didn't have anything. Con, and Greg can expand on this if he wants, but WBO doesn't run events themselves. Like the WBO staff isn't like putting on an event at SakuraCon. Even if a staff member happened to be an organizer and did want to run something at Anime Central or SakuraCon or wherever else, that would be an individual effort on their part. The WBO doesn't have like the WBO national championship or anything like that.
Yeah, currently we don't have anything like that. We'd love to run stuff like that in the future, obviously. It just takes a lot of coordination from us, but from all WBO events are from other organizers. We just give you the go ahead to post events on the platform when you become an organizer. You fill out the form, we get you all set up, so then you can host your events. Obviously, we have rules and like guidelines and restrictions, but it's because we kind of like want to have like a bar of quality, I guess is how you would say it. But like we don't run the events ourselves as the WBO. It's all organizers. Like I'm running Midwest. That's not like the WBO is running Midwest. That's me. I'm putting I'm putting all my time, extra time and effort, money, whatever, to get this all rolling with other people and stuff.
And that's awesome, though.
I think you guys even say that right on your website, right? Fighting Spirits Inc. is not responsible for blah blah blah. It's the responsibility of the individual organizer. Yeah, I mean, so you guys have all that disclaimer stuff you need to have.
Yeah, Fighting Spirits Incorporated is our not Canadian nonprofit that I guess you could say owns the WBO brand. We do business as the WBO, but yeah, we just kind of like give you the title of organizer to do things, and yeah, we're just trying to keep the platform and like the community vibrant and healthy. Give you rules and. Yeah, the WBO itself doesn't host any events, at least not lately. It might have in the past, like way before my time as like a player or like somebody who is sentient.
Yeah.
Well, that's dope. Cake, are we gonna kind of start moving into the wrap up phase, brother?
Yeah, go ahead and talk about some tournaments that are going on in the Minnesota scene. Greg, if you would like to kind of talk or look into any Indiana or any other tournaments that you might be a part of, that floor will be yours after we talk about our Minnesota scene. So, Vile, go ahead.
So first off, I'm gonna take care of Greg here first. Guys, go to the Hurricane Bay Beyblade Midwest 2026 event. All right, 11th and 12th in Chicago. All this info is on the website. It's going to be in the description. I already posted in the chat, but it's going to be in the description. Go check out Greg's event. It's going to be great. He's got 3 different events going on over the 2 days. You can pre-order your tickets on the Eventbrite. And if you want to volunteer and save yourself some money, there's a link right on the page for that too. Going to be super cool. I heard great things from people who went to Greg's event last year. I assume this year will be more of the same. So we touched on that. Now moving into local stuff. The 10th, we have at Broken Clock Brewing, we have the free play from noon to 4. If you need more info on that, it's in the event tab on the Discord. And then we have my event, the next Hit Zone event on the 16th. That's going to be at Kraken, 4 p.m. doors, 5 p.m. start, $10 entry. Kind of same old as y'all are used to. Probably going to have a different metal-coated prize for first place this time. I think Wayward might sort of know what it is, but we'll spoil it maybe in a couple of days. And then Wayward actually has an event on the 23rd at the mall. That's going to be doors at noon, start time at 1, and that's going to be Next Spin Volume 3, which is also going to be a Baycon qualifier. So the rules are going to be a little different than normal. Make sure you pay attention to Wayward's WBO post to make sure that you are familiar with what format they're going to be playing, the number of points, the rules on things like out of bounds, all that kind of stuff. Sam may have an event on the 24th. I still don't have firm confirmation on that, but hopefully if he does, he lets people know soon. And then he's also supposed to have an event on the 30th at Kraken. Anything at Kraken's always going to be 4 p.m. doors, 5 p.m. start. That's pretty standard. And then we have the Judge Symposium on the 17th, and that's going to be at Kraken Sunday starting at 4. Probably run a couple hours, and then if people want to hang out and free play a little bit afterwards, we can do that too. And then obviously June 6th, we have North Star Beyblade 2026. Y'all know the prices are going up $5 if you don't pre-register by the end of Wednesday. So if you don't want to pay the extra $5, go ahead and make sure you Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal friends and family egg. Or if you're trying to pay cash, your last opportunity to do that in person will be through me Wednesday night at the Kraken Hits free play. And that's the last thing I'll touch on. This Wednesday free play at Kraken Hits, if we get 22 or more people out to participate in the free entry 1st to 7 single elimination event, if we get 22 or more people, we're going to have the CX16 stadium set on the line. So that's a pretty cool prize for what's a free entry event. So let's go ahead and make sure come out, show up, show out. There's also going to be a side challenge where if you can beat T-Dog and his dad, Mad Hockey Ref, in a 1st to 5 match, if you beat both of them, you get your name put into a hat at the end of the night. All the names that have qualified to get in the hat because you beat both T and his father. The winner of the drawing out of the hat is going to win $50 in cash. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Golly.
And then lastly, we're starting a free play at 6, and this is important because you're going to want to get there at 6 if you don't want to miss out on this. It's T's birthday, so his family is bringing a bunch of pizzas. I heard there's going to be like at least 10 pizzas and a bunch of drinks and all sorts of cool stuff. And it's just all going to be like free and chill. And T's family just want to help him celebrate his birthday with the community, right? So you're not going to want to miss this Wednesday at Kraken Hits, starting at 6 p.m., go until midnight, just like normal. Gonna be a great night. And for the stadium event, that's going to start specifically at 7:15. That's all I got.
Yeah.
So one thing to add about that Papa D thing, there are some limitations. No.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No wizard rod, no shark scale.
Keep going.
No, that's it. That's what we're doing this time. No wizard rod, no shark scale.
Aero Pegasus?
Totally Gucci.
According to the event,
I need to update that.
Oh,
we had a conversation today. I'm going to update that right now.
Greg, do you have any tournaments in your area or anything that you would like to kind of shout out that people should go check out?
Yeah. All right. So this Friday, May 8th, I'll be hosting PTL Beyblade X Volume 6. That's at Playtest Lounge in Carmel, Indiana. It's a fun time. I host that twice a month. Hope to see you guys there if you're in the area. Let's see what else we got. This Mother's Day, actually, we have Buzz Bowl 9 hosted by T-Mac. This is a BBAX event. It is a battle-hardened event, which means the winner will receive a invite to the Regional Pro Championships for the BBAX circuit if you're into that kind of stuff. They're also holding another event later on the month, Buzz Bowl 10 on the 24th. It's a interesting format. It's one they call Six Pack. It's bring 6 bays, and there's a couple other interesting roles. Those are out in Plainfield, Indiana at Toy Buzz and Fizz. And let's see, last but not least, we have an event hosted by Stellar Cell over on the WBO. It's Lions Park Beyblade X number 2, hosted at Lions Park in Cumberland, Indiana. Lots of fun things happen in Indiana.
Yeah, so if you guys are
Sounds dope.
Yeah, so if you guys are close to the Indiana scene, definitely go and check out Greg. He's a great guy. I've been talking to him for a while. So any last shout outs before we kind of call it a day there, Greg?
So shout out to the Indiana organizers, T-Mac, Stellar Cell, all the other people who are putting out great events. It's wish I could come to them more often, but I'm a busy man. Shout out to the Chicago scene for helping me last year, and I hope I get to see you guys again this year at Midwest. It's always a fun time. I just love hanging out with people from all over the Midwest, and I hope to meet you guys there as well. Let's see, anything else? Shout out to just all the WBO staff members for being cool guys and for letting me join the team when it happened. Just, it's been a blast this past year and a half, and I hope all my hard work will show off soon, and that you, the Beyblade community, will appreciate it.
Awesome. Well,
Base.
did you just say base?
He
Yeah,
said based
he's
Oh.
based.
Oh, based.
with a D. Yeah.
on what?
Oh my god.
All right, go home. All right.
I don't even know what a JPEG is.
Anyway.
Buh.
Anyway, guys, much love for Greg for taking time out of his schedule to come and check us out. If you guys do want to check out his event in July 11th and 12th, links will be down in the description, and also the link for the WBC Discord and everything else will be down in the description below. So definitely go and check it out. Hit him up if you want to be a judge or whatever. Should be a really fun event. So Greg, thank you so much for taking time out of your event or out of your day to come and talk to us. So appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Oh, absolutely. Pleasure as well.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So remember, we are having a giveaway for a free Wayward spin stand on Spotify. Once we reach to 200 followers, we will be giving away a free Wayward spin stand brought to you by Wayward himself. So shout out to Wayward. If you guys would like a Wayward spin stand, his name will be down in the description. So hit him up on Discord. They are amazing, amazing products, and definitely a must need for any Beyblader. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, give us a 5-star review on Spotify. And then, guys, up until next time, so long. Stay safe out there. Have a great and awesome rest of your day. Take care. Much
Bye-bye.